Well, hello everybody. My name is Kristina DeMichiel, and I'm going to be talking about how advocating for the Down syndrome community has shaped my life. So in 2011, my mom found out that my little brother Danny was going to be born with Down syndrome. And at the time, I was 8 years old. I had no idea what Down syndrome meant. All I knew was that she was nervous, and he could have been born with a heart defect. There could have been so many things that went wrong. But I was so thankful to know that he was the chunkiest baby in the NICU and had the biggest smile. We say he was born smiling. But so then I was curious, what really is Down syndrome? So scientifically, Down syndrome is a genetic disorder resulting from a third copy of the 21st chromosome. But to me, it's the innate ability to see the good and beauty in the world, to radiate joy and happiness, and to offer a unique perspective on life. Because Danny has truly changed my perspective. He's brought me new friendships and taught me to be more of myself, because every day he's always himself. His personality shines, and he really reaches for the stars. So with this, because of the love and joy that he's taught me, I decided to get more involved, and I joined a group called the Advocacy Avengers in the 8th grade. So I've been volunteering there for the last 7 years. This group is comprised of young adults ranging from 19 to 30 plus years old. So at the time I was 15, and I was working with young adults that were almost twice my age. And now I refer to them as my kids, even though they're older than me. So as you can see in this picture, that's me in the right corner with them. And we were going on a field trip bowling, and they really went up to me. They had a lot of bowling skills, and I was very bad at it. Bobby G in the corner even has his bowling glove on. So with this, the true purpose of the Advocacy Avengers is to teach young adults with Down syndrome about what it means to advocate for yourself through various activities and guest speakers. Because in a world where everybody's really looking out for themselves, we really wanted to find a place to give them the opportunity to learn more about how to advocate for themselves and learn more about jobs and the job force and everything having to relate to that. So here's an example of Coletti. This is Coletti in the corner, and she persevered even when told that she couldn't do it on her own. There were so many jobs where she was turned down, and she just couldn't find one. So she used her strengths and her cookie skills to be able to create her own business. She even has her own like factory for her cookies, and has come and presented to the group about them. So to put it into perspective, the average business success rate is about 40% that will become profitable. So if you think about it, out of every 2 people in the room, less than 1 of you will have a profitable business, which is actually a very scary number. And looking at Coletti to see that she has a profitable business really shows how impressive it is and how inspirational. Looking at other Avengers' career paths, excuse me, in the left-hand corner, we have Chris. Chris has starred in Netflix's Orange is the New Black, and he has starred in Chicago Med, where he actually died. Spoiler alert, but he was very good in that. And then you also have DJ Joe in the left-hand corner, and DJ Joe DJs weddings. He's come and DJ'd The Walk for Down syndrome, and they have even been on Fox 61 representing the group. And so they use their characteristics and their strengths to be able to put them in these careers and show just show how important. Show how great they are and how great they are even having Down syndrome. So also, there's a 57% paid employment rate among individuals with Down syndrome. So if you think about it, 43% of people who are working with Down syndrome aren't being paid or just don't have jobs, which is a very scary number. And staying busy during COVID, we learned to cook at home, exercise on our own, and find new hobbies. So this is at a smaller perspective of how you can advocate for yourself. They also taught me a lot about how to cook for myself because I had no cooking skills before. I got a lot of ways to exercise by myself too, and so that's all of us in the corner on a Zoom. And so with all of these things, I have 3 key takeaways. Number one being that you need to use your superpowers to your advantage. So by looking at Chris, he's a very outgoing person. He's always acting and trying to show everybody how amazing he is. And so he used this to get his roles in these television shows. And this is me and my little brother in the corner actually being superheroes. Danny has the most contagious smile, and he's always there to give you a hug. And so if he doesn't know you, he's going to ask you for McDonald's. And that's his superpower. He knows how to ask people for what he wants when he doesn't know you. And number two, you need to take care of yourself. So like, besides eating healthy and exercising and getting enough rest, you need to know that productivity comes with taking those breaks. Danny will get overwhelmed and he'll sit on the ground when he's stressed, but that's just because he needs that time to be able to come back and refocus himself. So especially for me, I've learned to take care of myself by taking those breaks and refocusing, and stress relief is definitely key. And three, you need to know your worth. Every individual is different and has their own strengths, no matter who you are or what kind of person you are. And so the individuals with Down syndrome, it's not that they have Down syndrome, they just need extra attention. They're special and they have so many accomplishments and so many things that are great about themselves that they really stand out from most people to me. And so my goal is to create an app that gives these kids with Down syndrome a place to connect and chat with one another. Because a lot of the times Danny at school, he has friends, but these friends aren't like him, they don't have Down syndrome like him. So I want to create that community that the Advocacy Avengers has brought me. And also it would give parents a place to talk about the challenges they come across with their children, because a lot of parents, they compartmentalize their challenges that they're having and they keep it to themselves. So this app would be a place where they could talk about it, and yeah. And so I encourage you to get involved with the Down syndrome community, or any underprivileged community for that matter, because you may think that you're advocating for them, but they're actually helping you. Thank you.